Welcome back to Total War Therapy. Today I'm so excited to show you the ultimate guide to some of the most overpowered units of this game, the Skaven Warp Missile Infantry. But before that, I want you to have a look at the roadmap of this week. We will have on Wednesday the new tier ranking of a monogod faction I'm very attached to, and later on Friday the guide to Dwarves generic heroes. Please, I would be very happy if you may support my channel, of course only if you enjoy my content, and we can finally start. The first unit we're gonna show is of course the Warpfire Throwers, one of the scariest units of this game. You can recruit them quite early in the campaign. They have low number and poor melee stats, but they have also an armor of 70 that makes them a little more resistant in case of sudden charge or other missile attacks. They have a low range, they need a straight sight, but they have an outstanding damage, flaming attacks, magical attacks, not that much armor piercing, so they will not do a great job against heavy infantry, but in the early mid campaign is more than okay. The best strategy I can personally suggest you is to deploy a lord or a hero in front of them. However, character could absorb a cavalry charge, keep an infantry busy, or in general slow down your enemies, so your Warpfire Throwers will get more time to recharge and shoot again. Don't recruit more than 2 of them in an army because they require big protection, but as long as you give them, they are majestic. The second, third units I'm gonna show should be banned from this game. They are actually underused within the Skaven roster. It's rare to spot 1 or 2 of them in a competitive multiplayer, but this is a huge mistake. Both version 1 with the poison damage inflicted over time and the second with the greater armor piercing damage are very strong option for your army. They have a low range too, but they don't need a clear sight, so you can easily deploy them in your second line and protect them with the melee infantry unit. Their damage is so impressive that in many occasions they can make rout an enemy with a single ammunition, and in a couple of them this unit can be directly annihilated, since the explosive damage. I would suggest you to start a new campaign with Skaven right now and you will see what you missed till now. The third unit of this video, and probably one of the most out of time of the entire game, is the Ratling Guns. You may appreciate the wordplay, but you will not enjoy slowly charging a unit of them while you will see your unit falling apart. They need a straight sight, but this time they have a very good range. The damage is shocking. It's also armor piercing, and their ammunition have an effect that reduces speeds of 30%. 30% of time more to be a helpless target. You can use them in multiple ways: in the middle of your front line to open a gate inside the enemy formation, or to address specific units like monsters, cavalry and so on. I would not waste their precious ammunition on basic infantry like the first 2 units. By the way, the fourth unit of this list is of course the Warplock Jezzails. They inspired the Grave Gunners of Grand Cathay, and they are a surprisingly excellent choice to tear down large entities, heavy cavalries and especially characters. They have more ammunition and a very long range, quite close to many artillery of this game. They produce an effect that reduces the missile block chance of the enemy, so the more damage you deal, the far more damage you will deal even with other missile units on the same target. They are shielded, a rare attribute amongst missile units, so you should not really care about arrows. You need to use them in a very different way from the units we already talked about. They are wasted in your second line or in the middle of your front line. You should deploy them out of your formation, but well protected. They need time to do their job and more space to spin and address the right enemy to take down, so use them wisely. The last unit of this list is the Poison Wind Mortars, an extremely easy unit to use. They are an infantry by definition, but they are in fact an artillery piece, and maybe the best one. A very long range, good accuracy, and anyway so much explosive damage that it's not even required to be precise. Their missile effect deals damage over time, so your enemy will keep losing life points after the hit. You can use them against light or heavy infantry, not that excellent against large units, and absolutely not necessary against characters.